What it means to be human is to be created in the image of God. What it means to find your destiny is to find your Creator who has created you and why He has made you for a purpose. So in general terms, the Imago Dei, in particular terms, it's not who you are alone that defines you, but whose you are. That is my prayer for all of you. You are valuable to God. You are unique and a composite fashioned in the image of God for a particular purpose.
In the late Reverend Billy Graham, it's been observed that God gave us the greatest evangelist of the 20th century. In Ravi Zacharias, God gave us the greatest Christian apologist of this century. I quote, "I have reminded myself over the years to never forget that behind every question is a questioner. And behind every questioner is a network of assumptions, hurts, struggles, and often prejudices." He spoke truth. He spoke it with kindness and a deep and abiding care for every person who would listen.
Never have I known someone who was so successful at what he did and yet so humble.
Somebody once asked me, what are going to be your first words when you see God? I said, I'm going to be absolutely silent because I'll be terrified at what His words are first going to be to me. I'm nowhere near concerned about what I'm going to say to Him. I am truly concerned about what He's going to say to me. And if I were to hear from Him the words, well done, what do you say? The divine accolade that everyone longs for and dreams for. When our time comes, we all have to go. But until that time comes, our sovereign Lord will protect you from any intimidating, any terrifying reality.
If intellect and prose had a son, his name would be Ravi Zacharias. And he believed that everyone had a distinct invitation from Jesus. And he believed that everyone could have an unbelievable transformation in Jesus.
It's not so much that we read the gospel as much as the gospel reads us. The freedom to choose is the greatest privilege He's given to you and to me. And in the end, we get exactly what we chose.
And he was expressing that tension of God's love reaching, and yet people saying, no, I don't want you. And he became, oh my goodness, a different Ravi to me that day. He leaned forward at one point and he was trying to express God's love, especially now God so loved the world that He gave His Son, Jesus Christ. And talking to those thousands of people, he leaned forward and he went, please, and his voice cracked. And I thought he was going to cry. I thought he was going to break down and cry. And he leaned forward in this way. I have that picture in my mind. Said, don't reject, don't run from God's love. Oh my goodness. Powerful. God was in the sermon. God was on the preacher. And God was glorified.
Wow. There's actually nothing more to be said. But I'm sure there's a few people wondering what in the world was Ravi doing hanging out with rappers. And it's because he was actually working on his rap album. And as he was teaching me apologetics, I was teaching him how to rap. So we did not complete it. but sincerely, what in the world does tie a kid straight out of hip hop culture to a scholar from Delhi, India? I used to find myself rapping in front of thousands of people, traveling on the road, and leaving the stage to hurry back to my tour bus in order to devour his videos and his lectures. As a former atheist who did not become a Christian until I was an adult, I wanted my peers in the culture who didn't believe to have answers to hard questions. I wanted them to be able to know why there is evil in this world and where was God in the midst of suffering and injustice. I would sit in his presence after we met, and I would marvel at what's been said time and time again tonight, at how he would just see the person in front of him. It was like you're sitting next to a master artist or a sculptor, and when you see a sculptor, you would tend to ask the sculptor, wow, how do you carve something so beautiful out of that rock? And the artist would correct you and say, I don't carve something out of the rock. I see the image, and I'm carving the rock off of the image. And that's what Ravi did. He didn't see what everyone else saw. He saw the image of God in humanity and human beings. And he used the word of God, the Spirit, the fruit of the Spirit, love, joy, peace, patience, and kindness, to carve away stone so that we could see the beauty that God had imparted into human beings. And so it's my honor, it's my privilege to celebrate him in song and to celebrate what he would want us to celebrate, and that is telling the world about Jesus. So let's tell the world.
Now I'ma tell the world, tell them, I'ma tell it everywhere I go. Tell the world, tell them, yeah, I'm a billboard. Tell the world, and I'm broadcasting like a radio. Tell the world, you ought to know, I'm brand new.
I know one thing's true, I don't even really deserve to know you, but I'm a witness that you did this and I'm brand new. So I'm ready to go, and I'ma tell the world what they need to know. A slave to myself, but you let me go. I tried getting high, but it left me low. You did what they could never do. You cleaned up my soul and gave me life, I'm so brand new, and that's all that matters. I didn't love you first, but you first loved me. In my heart I cursed you, but you set me free. I gave you no reason to give me new seasons, to give me new life, new breathing. You hung there bleeding, you died for my lies and my cheating, my lust and my grieving. What is a man that you're mindful of him? And what do I have to deserve this loving?
Trying to make the moments last.
Trying to make these moments last.
Holding on to the past.
Holding on to the past. But like a hero,
Christ came and he rescued me.
so I'ma tell the world.
Tell the world, tell them, I'ma tell it everywhere I go.
Tell the world.
Tell them, yeah, I'm a billboard.
Tell the world.
And I'm broadcasting like a radio.
Tell the world.
You ought to know,
Yeah.
I'm brand new.
To me, the person of Jesus Christ provides that coherent answer in the incarnation. He identifies my malady, provides for my malady, draws me into that relationship, takes me through the process of suffering, shows me the purity of Jesus himself in the way he taught and lived, and ultimately in rising again from the dead, he teaches me that time is merely a temporal thing. We are here for eternity, and he alone is able to take us through the cross, past the open tomb, into the very presence of God. Eye has not seen, ear has not heard, neither has entered into the heart of man the things which God has prepared for them that love him. There is no other worldview that will give you corresponding and coherent answers to the four questions of life with logic, consistency, empirical adequacy, and experiential relevance. He is the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes unto the Father except him. He describes your heart. He provides for your malady. He equips you in suffering. He puts meaning into every moment in history, and he conquers death through the resurrection from the grave. Surrender to Him. Love Him. Follow Him. Serve Him. Live for Him. And take His message wherever you go.
Ravi has entered into that glory. We thank God for him. We thank you for Jesus. The man with all the answers is now getting his questions answered. God bless you.
Wow, what 74-year-old man has the best hip hop artist in the world close out his memorial service? This is a special man, and I know some of you are just like, what just happened? What just happened was Ravi Zacharias just happened right here in this moment. Thank you all so much for being here.